guys, it's coffee time. Oh yeah. I put a little too much soy milk in it today. Not gonna lie. I poured it in there and I stirred it around. You know when you get really used to a color of the coffee that you know is like the perfect combination of everything. And I've become more used to, just within the time that I've had this show, I've become more used to putting like soy milk in it every now and then, but I know exactly what color it should be for it to taste right to me. And I poured it in and I was like, that's too white. That is far too pale of a coffee color. It still tastes good, obviously, but it's not, it is not the combination of flavors that I prefer. Anywho, so today, Ro and I decided that we were going to rollerblade to my work again, but today, we did an experiment, because every time that we go, we've noticed that Ro barely has to move at all, and I have to, like, work at it, and I'm beet red, and I'm sweating, and it's terrible, and I look like I'm gonna pass out and die. So Ro was like, I feel like maybe it's the size of our wheels or something, because she was like, I am barely winded by the time we get to your work, and I know that it's not because I'm in, like, exceedingly better shape than you. And I was like, I don't know, man, I'm in pretty bad shape. So today we decided we were going to switch shoes because we wear almost the exact same size of shoe. So we switched shoes. I felt like a king. I was gliding. I held my arms out like a princess. It was so fantastic. It was the easiest rollerblading has ever been for me. I almost feel like it was best to start off with rollerblades that were like semi-weird and stupid, because wearing rollerblades that are obviously the way rollerblades are supposed to be, I was like, I didn't know you could go this fast with rollerblades. I was so happy. And then there's Ro. Like, complete role reversal. It was like the odd couple of rollerblades. Like they live together, they put up with each other, but they are just opposites in how they live their lives. It was so hilarious. And when we got to work, I was like, are you sure you want to rollerblade all the way back? Like, do you want to wear yours back? And she was like, honey, I am so wiped out right now. So, we called our roommates over and over and over again until somebody was able to come and pick her up, because I was like, I don't want you passing out on your way home and then having weirdness happen. So, but yeah, on the way home, I kept the fast, amazing rollerblades, because I was like, well, I'm gonna be coming home later and I'd really like to just experience these. I am not used to how fast they can go. I fell like 4 times. I was like, what is this? I kept getting so excited, and then I would see a bump and I'd go, oh no, I'm going too fast. So I would try to slow down. But the tricky thing about rollerblades that I'm learning is that if you slow down too much, that's when you'll trip on those bumps. If you are going pretty fast and you kind of lift up the front of your feet, you just go over it pretty easily. I kept freaking out and being like, I'm gonna die! And so I'd slow down and then I'd fall. So now, my knee, the first time that I fell, do you guys remember the first time that I fell and I was like, my knee hurts so bad? That one is like pretty much healed, but there's like discoloration right where I fell. I have like an identical, except bigger, mark on my other knee now. So I've got like one of those big square bandages on it, all pimped out. I tried to clean it in the shower. It was not having it. It was so angry with me. I was like, I'm sorry. But it's okay, because now my knees match. I felt pretty awesome though. It was good. Sorry, I thought that Joe was yelling my name and I was like, I am filming. It's hard because like her name is part of my name at times. Like, yeah. It's sometimes when you say her name, it sounds like it could be my name because it has the same aw sound in it. Yeah. So that was my exciting rollerblade adventure today. Was falling over and over and over again. Specifically, oh man, when I had to stop so that I could wait for crosswalks, that was hilarious because I'd have to like aim myself at a pole and then just run into the pole. And then a couple of times the crossing light turned green. This was my pride getting in the way. The crossing line turned green, and I was like, alright, time to go, and then I'd start to trip the second I went to move, and then I'd be like, no, never mind. Because everybody that was stopped there had seen me trip, so I was like, no, I didn't need to go, I'm waiting for a different light. And then I'd let it come back to being green. I wouldn't, it was ridiculous, it was silly, but yeah. It was good times. So I fell a few times today, but I feel like it's made me a better rollerblade-stress in the end. I felt like my hand, I don't know if you guys can see, my hand got a little bit scuffed up, but not too bad. Yeah, I'm really surprised that my hands haven't taken more of a beating, but I do wear my hand guards, my hand and wrist guards, so they help. Any of you, if you're planning on trying out rollerblading, don't be like me. Wear knee guards, wear wrist guards. I wear the wrist guards because I know that if my hands went out of commission, I'd be screwed. But I don't wear the knee guards because they hurt, like they're too constricting. And I want to be able to like actually rollerblade, so I just don't wear them, but it's not a great idea. And I've never even come close to hurting my elbows, so. What can you do? My mom is visiting my papa right now, my grandpa. So my daddy is all home alone. I love you, Daddy. I'm gonna call you either tonight or tomorrow, I think. So be aware, be waiting for that, because we're gonna have some fancy conversations about how the farm's doing and all that. Typically, when my dad and I call each other, it winds up being one of two things. It's either a really long conversation about the farm and how the farm's doing, or a really long conversation about, like, nonsense. And I love it. I love both, because one catches me up on how it is at home, but one is, like, just my dad and I being silly together. So it's fun. I haven't called him in a really long time. I feel like every time, like, if I talk to my mom and she's like, oh, you want to say hi to your dad? And I'm like, okay. He's like, call me sometime. I can hear him deadpanning over the phone. And I go, I will! And then I forget. I'm a bad daughter. But I am going to call him. So, yeah. I am going to call you Daddy, because I know you're watching this. But anyway, I'm going to go grab dinner, because I am so hungry. I barely ate today. And I exercised a lot, so I need to feed myself. But I hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. 4 days until I go to Ukraine. Exciting, exciting. But yeah, alright, bye-bye. Mwah.